Hey, Coach Anthony Williams, founder and CEO of Connected Athletics. We are back again with another the Spotlight podcast, highlighting one of the great student athletes here in the state of Texas. We are very proud to have our sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings, as a sponsor for this week's podcast, as we are representing Cypress Woods High School. They are one of the four schools here in the state of Texas that Buffalo Wild Wings is sponsoring as part of the Student Athlete Spotlight podcast. For those that are watching this from the Cypress Woods neighborhood and community, whenever you go into the Buffalo Wild Wings in Cypress, which is located at 27704 Highway 290, anytime you go into the sports bar and mention Cypress Woods High School, 10% of your bill will go back towards the Cywoods Wildcats football program, not just today, but throughout the rest of the season. Sub-varsity nights on Thursday, Friday nights before, after the game, and any time in between. So it's a great way to support the program. It's a great way to support the community, and it's a great way to give back to the hardworking student athletes at Cypress Woods High School. Tonight, we've got a really great prospect on the phone on the podcast with us. JJ Williams is a class of 21 running back, obviously from Cywoods, 5'7", 160 pounds, great GPA there. You can see he was Metro All-District, and he's very active on social media. JJ, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. I'm looking forward to hearing more about your story. I've watched your video. I've watched you from afar. You're an exciting athlete. You guys are having a great season, off to a good start. Let's just jump right into this, JJ. Obviously, the first thing that college coaches want to know is about your academics. Tell us about the importance that you put in your academics.
I think that it's important to always maintain my studies and then want to do something else other than just always be in my books. To always have an extra activity going on outside of football. I'm in preschool, inside of school too, so it's just getting back to my grades and trying to do good, and then also doing a preschool or some type of with the church or just something else is as long with academics.
Well, JJ, I'm impressed. I mean, I never even knew you can get a GPA above 5. You're rocking a 5.33. Obviously, you're taking AP courses and obviously some college prep courses. Tell us a little bit about that course load that you're taking.
I'm in on-level classes. I'm not in too many AP classes. I'm in on-level classes, but I do very good in those classes.
Okay. And what are some of your favorite subjects? Are you a math guy, science, history? What are some of your favorite courses?
Right now I'm really liking government, just learning about everything that's going on right now, and it's just it all just correlates and goes together, and it's just it's really what interests me right now is government.
Okay. And do you have an idea what you might want to major in when you finally get to college next year?
I've been on the business route, but I couldn't tell you specifically what I wanted to do, but business and then minor in something like marketing or something like that. There's something in the business industry.
Okay. That's good. No, there's a lot of different facets. Myself, I played football way back in the day and got my degree in engineering and in business now. And there's sales, there's marketing, there's finance, there's accounting. There's a lot of different parts of business. So you should learn as much as what you can, decide which area you want to focus in. I love hearing that. Tell us, one thing that coaches want to know about prospects is what kind of learning style they have. Tell us, are you more of a verbal, visual, or hands-on learning style?
I feel like I'm visual because once I can see it, I'm I can break it down in my head and be able to understand it by myself. But yeah, I'd say I'm more of a visual learner, and then sometimes hands-on. It always is good to have that support in the back.
Okay. Here's an interesting question I ask athletes. Does your learning style change based on whether you're in the classroom for academics or on the practice field as a football player, or is it the same?
Yeah, because my coaches, especially at receiver or at we call it A-back, but at running back, yeah. Whenever you're they make sure to show you as well. If they're telling you something, they want to make sure they show you. And I feel that really helps me too, just seeing what to do. Yeah. And then but like in the classroom as well, like yeah, it does kind of different. Like it's a little different. I like the being able to like to see what to do at like on the football field versus like in class. I like to see as well. So like yeah, I feel like it's both versatile. I'm
Okay.
like just looking.
That's a great response. Tell us, in your time, I'm sure Cypress Woods, good high school there. Are there any teachers or tutors or APs or coaches that you want to shout out right now that's helped you maintain your high GPA?
First probably my coaches, Coach Witt and Coach Neal. They're well, just like the whole offensive coordinator, like just all of them, the coaches, because they just push me and they just like want the best out of all of us. But academic wise, probably my preschool teacher because she's helped me through a lot of ups and downs and she just helped me become a better person and like just to be on top of my studies and just always like just to be the best me that I can be.
Okay. What's her name?
Miss Frainer.
Okay. Shout out to Ms. Frainer on making learning fun. Appreciate that for student athletes. Last question about the academics. You know, we talk about body language in football. How would you describe your body language in the classroom? Are you a guy that sits up front, that's locked into the teacher? Are you in the back? Tell us a little bit about what your body language is like in the classroom.
It's kind of weird, like with the COVID, like can't really pick where you sit all the
Right.
time. But like, if I could pick, I definitely be like in the front, middle-ish, because like just being able to be up front and attentive is like my type of style.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting you mentioned, JJ, we're obviously in this pandemic. My wife is an educator here in Round Rock. It's different learning virtually. Tell us how you're making the adjustment as a student athlete and being in class on a virtual standpoint.
Um, it's really not that bad because like really they make you do all the work online. So it's just like I'm like I'm on my phone every day in class trying to like go to Schoology. It's like a little app called Schoology where you just
Yep.
have to like go through everything and then just like I feel like it's the same work as like virtual students at home. So it's not too big of a difference. So
Okay.
it wouldn't be that big of like a change if I was a virtual learner like permanently or if I was in class. It's like the same thing at this point.
Okay. Sounds like you're making a nice smooth transition between the virtual and when you finally do get back on campus. Hey, let's switch over and learn a little about your family. Every college coach wants to know about a prospect's family. Tell us about, I talked to your mom earlier. She's trying to help us with the Zoom issues we have, but tell us about your parents. Tell us about you. Are you an only child? You the youngest? You the oldest? Give us a little bit about the background of your family.
It's just my mom, my grandma, my sister, and my sister's a student at SFA in Nacogdoches.
Yep.
It's just us, and then yeah, it's just and then I'm the youngest, and she's older, and it's just us two.
All right. And what does your mom do for a living?
She's a social worker at a apartment complex where you just like she works with older senior citizens, and I've been
Okay.
there like volunteer and to help, and then like just to give back, and it's just I like I like build a relationship with like the people that she works with, and it's just a lot of like it's just a loving community.
Man, I love to hear that you're giving back to the community. You know, being a football player is a blessing, being a student athlete, and the fact you're giving back, especially to seniors and to elderly, really is impressive. I appreciate you sharing that. Tell us, when you're not working out and you're not playing football, what are some of your interests when you have some free time? What do you like to do in your spare time? Do you like to listen to music? Do you like to hunt? Like to fish? Like to be out in the water? What are some of your hobbies when you're away from football?
I mainly just hang out with friends, and then like from time to time, like I like to hang out with my family too a lot, and we always like make sure I like watch movies and then just have fun and just make sure that like the people that I am around, I'm like always with them because like that's just who I like. I'm always around, so I'm just always hanging around the people that I like always hang around.
No, I mean that's actually good to hear, JJ. You know, you are who you hang out with, so making sure that you're in a tight circle that's about the same goals you have is actually a very important aspect of being successful in life. So kudos to you that you figured that out at a young age. Uh, Tell us a little bit about, obviously recruiting happens in social media. Tell these coaches, are you more of an Instagram, Twitter, TikTok? Where can coaches go to find out more about you as a student athlete?
I feel like I'm just very active on Twitter most of the time. And I have an Instagram too, and That's pretty much it.
Okay. And then, so tell us, a couple of, I call these my favorite questions. What's your favorite football movie?
The Blind Side
Okay.
with Michael Orr, and
Yep.
yeah.
Good movie. Yeah. What's your favorite food?
Definitely like seafood and like crawfish and like boiled shrimp and just I like seafood and crab.
I hear that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. And then, who's your favorite music artist?
Um, I really don't have one to be honest, but I mean I listen to like a lot of different people. It just depends on how like I'm feel like if I'm like before a game, it's just like Drake, and then like just different people.
Okay. Like a variety, nothing wrong with that. Hey, I call this my dream scenario question. Let's say you have a 4 great years in college and you find yourself in New York City at the NFL draft. Who is sitting at your table with you, waiting for the commissioner to call your name? Who do you want around you for that special moment?
Definitely just my family, my mom, my grandma, and my uncle, and then just people that I've just felt like have always been there and
Yeah.
just helped me through those years to get to where I am at that point.
Okay. JJ, one of the things I always talk to student athletes about across the country is, football is going to come to an end one day, whenever that is. What do you want your life to look like when football's over, whenever that is? From a personal standpoint, as far as do you want a family and a wife? And then from a professional standpoint, do you want to own your own business? Do you want to work at Google or Fortune 500? Tell us what your life's going to look like, what you want to look like when football's over, whenever that is.
Um, I could, I feel like because of the business route, I just feel like whatever I did do or like just did decide to do, I wanted like to be my own. So I don't know specifically what I want to do, but
Yeah.
definitely want to be my own, and then just want to be the best me at whatever position I'm at, and just want to strive and just be the best at it. So just work at it.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you'll figure that out as you move forward. Last thing important from a personal standpoint, coach, want to know about, what's your favorite communication style? Do you still old school, like, hey, I want to talk face to face, or you like pick up the phone and call me, or you're like, man, you need to text me or hit me on my DM? Which way do you like to communicate best?
Really, all three. Like it's just anything that's like the most comfortable for the other person. I'm just like, okay, that's,
Okay.
maybe we both have a time is available. I just feel like it's good. Any one of the methods.
Okay. All right, let's finish up here as we talk about recruiting now. What kind of teammate would your teammates describe you as?
Just someone that's like trying to find the positives out of a bad situation, or just someone that's always trying to pick somebody up, or like always working and working and working. And then like if someone is down or our like team is down in a situation, I'm the one that's just like, hey, we're still in this, or like just keep pushing, or just focus on what's like. I just try and keep my teammates like where we should be, just like keep everybody's head on straight. Like everyone's just like, oh, we're down. I just like try and pick everyone up.
Okay. Well, you guys are about a quarter the way through the season. Give us your thoughts so far about your play and where your team is at right now as you go into week 5 coming up.
Um, we definitely have work to do. We definitely have work to do, but I feel like people want us or people see us doing a lot worse, or like we're always the underdogs because like past years, because like we've had horrible seasons where we just went 0-10 or whatever, and then we've had seasons where we went to the playoffs. So it's just like with Woods, it's always like mediocre and just like in the middle. So like, you just never know with Cy Woods. So it's just like we're just trying to prove everyone wrong at this time.
Okay. Tell us, how do you define leadership and how are you leading your team as a senior this year?
Um, I just feel like I'm leading them in a way to where they could just look up to me and then want to be like how I just want to like leave down that legacy to where if they're a junior and they're like behind me at running back or whatever, that I want to be someone that they want to be, or that's how I feel like I'm leading them, or just like I was said earlier, how I'm just like always picking them up and trying to like bring the best out of them as well. So that's how I feel like how I lead.
What are you doing to help the underclassmen make that adjustment as they go through the transitions from freshman to sub-varsity to varsity?
I just really just try and push them through like a varsity, like whenever we are going through like good on good and like going like ones on ones, like for like team practice, I just try and like push them and like just let them know that like try and keep it at game speed, because like that's how it's going to be during the game, and we just try and practice full speed, and just try and take no plays off, and then just try and go hard.
Well, JJ, I've seen some film. You're a really good athlete, have good quickness and speed. Playing running back now, but I would consider you an athlete. You can play a lot of different positions. Tell us a little bit about all the different positions you play and what position you're looking forward to playing in college. Oh, JJ, you still there? Hey, JJ, we were talking about, you being a really good athlete and playing running back now, but you can play a lot of different positions. Tell these coaches all the different positions you play and what position you think you'll play in college.
Honestly, I play running back right now, which is like A-back is like slot and a running back mix. But in like a traditional spread offense, I could see myself playing either running back or slot receiver. But I started off the season, they were thinking about making me a strong side, a weak side safety. So I was repping weak side safety for a good 3 months probably until they switched me back to offense. But I played fullback, and then right now I'm on kickoff return, and then punt return.
Okay. A lot of different roles. That's not surprising with your athletic ability and your size and your speed. Tell us, as we talk about recruiting, what's been your recruiting experience so far? Who have you heard from? Who do you want to hear from? And are you open to going to school in-state or anywhere across the country?
Really, I've been getting schools like Culver, Stockton, and Sterling College. Maybe like kind of smaller schools, but like as of where I would go, it's just like across. I haven't like I feel like I'd have to like see a school to like be able to like be like fall in love with it. Like it feels like far away, because like I'm not like too big on going like too far away from my family.
Yeah.
But it's just like really just local schools, and I'd want to get seen by maybe bigger schools in Texas, and that would be nice.
Okay. And then, what are your goals as far as being, your major? Obviously, your major is going to decide what schools those are and things like that. But, one thing I wanted to ask you was, are you a film study guy? You like to watch film and your opponent to get better each week?
Yeah, that's a big thing where I do. Like after a game, they posted a film the same night, and I'm already watching it.
Okay.
So like,
Looks like we're losing your audio there, JJ. You still there? So JJ, tell us a little bit about your competitive spirit. College coaches love recruiting players that love to compete. Tell us, what kind of competitor are you?
I'm just the type of competitor that's just like a line up against whoever and just go get after. That's what they teach us here at Woods, just to get after, and just to like, no matter who, it could be Dallas Cowboys safety, just get after it, just give it your all. That's really all you can do, but it's just keep fighting.
Okay. Well, as we finish up here, and I appreciate your time, give us your elevator pitch. Tell these coaches why they should recruit you and what you're going to bring to their program.
I feel like I could bring a lot of positive energy and be able to like filling loose screws, or like be able just to like bring people up and just make people just feel like I'm just a teammate that they can rely on, and just like to get the job on, and just won't leave another teammate out hanging, or like just know that I'm just a good teammate.
Okay.
And a good student.
Good stuff. Well, hey, JJ, I'm looking forward to seeing y'all be down there to see you guys play live on the sidelines pretty soon. Continue to work hard, keep those grades up, and if you have any questions about recruiting, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you. And tell your mom I said thanks also.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. All right. Bye.
You too.